Hello and welcome to Let's Talk. This is Keisha here. As you come on in, hit subscribe and share this message out. If you're watching from another platform, come on over to YouTube, subscribe and share this message out. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. As you know, this platform is all about exposing unhealthy thoughts and replacing them with healthy ones. And I know the fair share of unhealthy thoughts that I have or have had over the years. I just work to manage those because, you ever feel like you're in the fight of your life? And I feel like that's kind of how life is, right? You go through cycles. I hear someone say before, either you are leaving a crisis or entering a crisis. And that's not to be negative. That's just life, right? Because it says, in the Bible that there's nothing new under the sun, right? And in this life, you will have trials and tribulations. So the sooner we accept that, the better. And now what are we going to do about it? I remember, and I don't remember the name right now, but I remember there was someone, and this is in the Bible, he kind of, he was, I guess, running for his life. And he ended up like in a cave. And he was depressed and just ready to just give up. He just knew that he was going to be killed. And in my mind, I'm like, the name is coming to me in my mind, but for some reason, I cannot. I'm thinking it was, I don't even want to say because I don't even want to be wrong. But anyway, and there was a song that they made from it, which is, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And so I'm not saying this to you out of the blue. I'm saying this because I know that this is real life and that we are sometimes in the fight of our lives, literally, right? And what I liken it to, and I think about when I am feeling discouraged or I'm feeling down or I'm feeling sad or whatever, right? In those moments, it's real, right? In those moments, it's real. It almost seems like there's no way out of it. There's no escape from it. That it's lasting forever and a day, that it's like for eternity. So be it pain, be it struggle, be it, you're feeling depressed, financial, relational, self-esteem, whatever it is, when we're in it, we are in it and it's thick. So what do you do when you're feeling like you're in the fight of your life? Well, for me, I have been in that position at different times, of course, in my life, right? And I know the thick of it, right? What it feels like when you're in the thick of it. And especially for those, right, where you don't actually have outside people to really be there to, pick you up or encourage you. Or, you don't feel like you really have someone to talk to about what's going on with you, right? Out of judgment or shame or, bad actors in your life, right? I'm not sure if you watch my video, personality versus character, but there are some people that their personality can fool you, right? Or their personality can make you think something negative about them when really they have a heart of gold. Or their personality make you think they're the best thing in your life, but really, you know what I'm saying? They're not. And you have to be able to decipher the difference. So if you find yourself in a space where you are discouraged, you're down, you're struggling, you're whatever it is, right? And you don't necessarily have that, it could be a little bit more challenging, but it's not the end of the world. If you have people that can encourage you and help you, then of course, if you're able to freely speak to them and be honest and authentic, then they can potentially speak into your life and make a deposit. You can't be too shamed and too proud when you're hurting. If you have people that's in your corner that's there to genuinely care about you and have your best interests at heart, we just got to find them. And sometimes they're like a needle in a haystack. But if you're able to find them, then absolutely you want to use that resource. But if you don't have them, I remember a lady, a friend of mine, that I knew, over the years. And she said something one day. She was speaking. And I'm going to try to take my time right here so I can get it right. She said, the decision that you made, and if you're listening to this message today, you're going to know I'm talking about you, because you used to say this all the time. Two things. One is the decision that you make before you enter the storm. Do not change your mind in the middle of the storm. That's one. And the second thing that she used to say all the time was, anytime you say something, at the end of it, say, and that's exactly what I want. So that goes into speaking negative, right? And now correcting yourself. So if you add, and that's exactly what I want, to the back of, I'm sick and tired, and that's exactly what I want. You get on my last nerve, and that's exactly what I want. I can't seem to get ahead, and that's exactly what I want. As fast as I get money, I don't have any. That's exactly what I want. Get the picture? So if you add that to the end of your sentence, that's exactly what I want, it will help you to correct your language, because what we know is that what we speak is what we, draw to us, basically, right? We kind of call it into existence, the things that we speak. So we speak out of the level of our confidence, or we speak out of the level of our insecurity. And we have to choose what we want to speak. So even when you are feeling, insecure, or you're feeling depressed, or you're in the middle of the struggle, the best thing that you could do is to guard your mouth. Like, shut up. When the thoughts come into your mind that cause you to want to speak something that's not exactly what you want, just shut up. Just shut up. And you now will change that conversation if you now deliberately start to speak positive into the situation. Call those things that be not as though they were. Don't call what it is that's not what you want. So call those things that be not as though they were. And that's, another thing that will help you to kind of get yourself out of it. The other thing that I always say, and it's like a number one practice for me, when I'm feeling that way, the first thing that I do is acknowledge that I'm feeling that way. And I don't know if you guys watched my rant, if you guys watched my rant a few weeks back, but if you haven't, go on over to YouTube. Well, wherever you're watching this from, if you're on YouTube, then scroll down and watch my rant video. But if not, go on over to YouTube, and it's at Keisha Taylor, Kisha, and listen to my rant video. And guess what? I'm not explaining nothing. Feel how you feel and stand on it about me. I said what I said, and I meant it, because it's real talk. Whether someone wants to admit it or not, or call it petty or not, it's real talk. And I know I'm not the only one that has felt some of the things that I expressed in that video. That's why I called it a rant, because that's exactly what it was. But I digress. So as I was saying, what you want to do is acknowledge. That's like the first thing that I do. Acknowledge how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, where I am. So first it's kind of like, assess, right? And it's funny because, as I'm thinking that about the assess, right? When you're in, any kind of territory that's not comfortable, you go inside of a location and something seems like it's off, or, any type of chaotic or dramatic or uneasy, unusual, not normal situation, what's the first thing that you do? Assess. You assess your environment. You assess what's going on around you. The people, the whatever. You assess what's going on. So in the same way, when you have these things going on in your head and your emotions are high and, a lot going on, you're not really thinking clearly. So the first thing you want to do is pause and try to assess where you are and how you feeling and what you're thinking. And then you can, of course, activate the other steps, right? Which might be to You know, get a lifeline, call a friend, you know what I'm saying? Call a family member and say, hey, look, I'm tripping right now. This is what's going on. And once again, as I said, going back to the previous video, personality versus character. I have people that I know, right, that their personality is one of, they pacify, right? They pacify and they almost agree with whatever it is, wherever you are in whatever situation that you're in. They're really thinking something else, but they won't say that to you. They say what it is that pacifies, is all I can call it. That pacifies you and where you are in your situation. Now, granted, I always say, tell the truth in love, right? I feel like any friend that pacify me and won't tell me the truth, you are really not my friend. You're really not my friend. That's just how I feel, right? But I know people like that. They are just like, and warm and nice and understanding. And, they just like, I pacify. That's all I can say. I can't even get the words for it. It's just pacify. But really, behind the scenes, they're feeling all of these other things. They're really criticizing you in their mind. They're really, I'm not even going to go all the way there, because anybody listens to this, you know exactly what I'm talking about right now. So I'm not even going to go all the way there. But anyway, if those people, that's not who, when you about to jump off a bridge, that's not who you want to go to, because you're not going to get the authentic truth from them, right? You want someone. Now, for me, I get it. For me, I'm forthright. I'm going to give it to you how I see it. I'm going to give it to you how I feel it and how I think it. You take it and do whatever you want to do with it. And like now, I know like my tone probably sounds like I'm angry. I've had people say that to me, but it's not anger. It's just passion, right? It's just passion. And it's passion because of experiences that I have had in the past, right? And got an aha, like I was talking about the personality versus the character. It's like, oh, wow, you bamboozled me, right? So I'm just passionate, right? So please don't misunderstand. If you've been watching me for a while, then you already know that when I speak passionately, especially, at certain times when it's a topic that's really, I'm more passionate than other times, right? So bear with me, please. But nonetheless, I would say you want to call someone who is going to be authentic and honest with you and also share the truth in love, right? Not beat you in the head with it, but just try to share it in love, but be truthful, right? Those are the people that you want. So that's another thing, right? You want a lifeline. So you want to acknowledge, for one. You might need a lifeline for two. For three, you might need to just shut up, right? In whichever order that it needs to go in. You might just need to shut up, pace the floor, talk to the Lord, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Calm yourself down. Replace those thoughts that are not feeding us, that are not healthy for us. So take care. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you're going over to mentalshiftmastery.com and grab a copy of my book, Overcoming the Hand You Were Dealt. But until next time, I will speak to you on Let's Talk. Mwah.